Abby. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about bar, which is what I teach in the Wellness Center. I used to teach in Dunwoody and Buckhead as well at studios there. It is a method of exercise that's based off of ballet, Pilates, and yoga. What we do is we fatigue a muscle group through isometric holds typically, and then we take the warm muscles and we stretch them out. So we're creating nice long muscles as opposed to big bulky muscles. So when I have my clients or the people in my class come in, we typically, if they're new, have just a little brief talk about how this is a little bit counter to most of the things that you have seen or done in the gym before. And we try to focus and get a really good mind-body connection going before we start the class. I want their muscles that they're going to be using for their mind to be on those muscles. It makes a big difference in performance and just in their results that they see physically in their body. So typically I have women in my classes and men. I have a lot of student athletes that I work with that come to my classes. We use 2 to 3 pound weights, which to a lot of people doesn't make sense, but because it's not strength and we're focusing on muscle endurance, the 2 and 3 pound weights feel really heavy really quickly. So just to give an example, one thing that I would do for their triceps is I would take their tricep back to where the tricep muscle is contracted, and then as opposed to coming out of it like a normal kickback, I'll have them stay within the contraction. So right here my tricep is nice and tight. I'm already feeling it get warm in the muscle. I'm slightly starting to feel just a little twinge of pain there. And then instead of coming out of it, I'm going to have them do little lifts from the contraction. So we're only moving up from the contraction. We're not coming any further down. And then I'll have them here for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute of doing either lifts or squeezing into the midline of the body. Or we could turn our palms up. We could do little bend presses or circles with the arms. But at any rate, we keep the muscle within that contraction, and then we work from there. Same if we're doing curls. We keep the elbows away from the body. We go really slow and controlled. So what I have them do is think about putting their mind right here on this muscle as they bring the arm up and as they lower it. And imagine that they're pulling their arms through mud so that they're creating their own resistance right here. A curl with a light weight right here will feel really, really rough after a minute or so. So that's just a couple of examples of things that we do for the upper body. When it comes to thighs and glutes, which are two other areas that women really, really want to target, we do a similar thing. We don't always use weights, but with legs, I'll have them come into what's called a V position, and we'll focus on the inner thighs here. So I'll have them connect their mind to the inner thighs. We keep a nice posture, and then what we do is we come down and just bending those knees, you already feel the inner thighs engage, and then I'll have them hold it here or do a series of small movements, either rocking their hips to the sides or taking their knees and pressing them back, or little pulses. And within that, given about a minute's time, they're getting a really, really great workout in those inner thighs as those inner thighs are holding up the whole entire weight of the body. We also do things for the top of the thighs, very similar. Come right down, feel those tops of the thighs engage, hold it here. We could do similar movement within that. Another exercise that really helps people make the mind-body connection is simply lifting the leg and fighting gravity with the muscle. So as opposed to letting their leg drop as it naturally would, I have them fight gravity with the top of their thigh, and it's really, really mental. It's mind over matter, but once they do, it really strengthens and changes this muscle. For glutes, we would do something like I usually have them take their leg behind the body, squeeze the glute really nice and tight, and in everything we do, we use our core. So we pull our abs in every body part that we're working. But we squeeze our glute, and then from there, I'll have them lift the leg slightly, but because they're squeezing the glute, it's not going to come very far off the ground. So we keep this contraction right here in the glute muscle. We don't come out of it. So I have them typically in a glute squeeze for about 5 to 6 minutes of class. Can go a little bit longer. We work each side, obviously. We also do a lot of planks. Same thing, fighting the gravity of our core wanting to go to the floor. We pull our belly button up towards the ceiling. And after each segment, so after arms, after legs, after glutes, after abs, we stretch everything out. So we take advantage of the nice warm muscles and we stretch it out. And that is bar in a nutshell.